from street fighter to amateur boxing is one of the best decisions I ever made when I was in my early 18, 19, 20 years old of age. When I was at this age, I remember that I started getting involved in street fights. You know, those backyards, those garages street fights. And there's a lot of lessons that you can learn, getting involved in this type of industries. You know, there you can compare a boxing match with a street fight, because in boxing you have rules, you have regulations, you have conditions, terms, and all that. But in a street fight, you're going against your opponent and the odd of the concrete, which is not fun at all. So I've been noticing that there's a lot of people that they make excuses that they don't really want to start now. They wait for the perfect time, they wait for the perfect equipment, the fancy clothes and all that. But in reality, you just need to start now. And one of the main reasons I really want to record this video is to really spread my message in terms, you don't need fancy equipment at all. And, getting involved in street fights, it really helped me to really help build my confidence, my discipline, have more determination and all that. Because at the end of the day, it is very difficult to get involved in this type of industries. I've been noticing that there's a new sport called bare knuckle. It's almost similar, but at the end of the day, there's rules also. But in a street fight, it ends until the other guy gets knocked out, which is a very rough, ending. But it really helps to build resilience, confidence, and discipline. So this is one of the main reasons I really want to record this video, is that you don't need fancy equipment at all. You just need to start now. And especially in this generation, I've been noticing there's a lot of people, guys, they want to get this membership for this certain gym. They wait for this, food. They need this certain clothes and all that. But in reality, you just need yourself. You need to start now. If you want to start in your fitness journey, why you don't start with the basics? Push-ups, like I did. I remember when I was, 18, 19, the only equipment that I had was my body. And I took advantage of that. I started doing push-ups. I started doing a lot of pull-ups. I started going to my local parks. And from there, you start moving forward. Once you get the strength, the basics and all that, once you build the basic frame of your body, then you can start lifting weights. And in reality, you don't really need any type of fancy equipment. You just need the nature. And you have the opportunity, sure, it will be a perfect thing, to attend any type of gyms. But if you want to start, why you don't start now? At your home, do exercise home and all that. And I remember when I was, getting involved in this, street fights, I was getting in fantastic shape. I remember when I fought, my first street fight was against a Japanese guy, and he was already involved in martial arts. Listen, the good part of the street fights is that it is perfect to really build confidence, because sometimes you go against guys that you don't know their background. You don't know if they're boxing amateurs. You don't know if they're, Mr. Olympias. You don't know if they are, karate guys. It doesn't matter. You need to fight. And that is the philosophy of life. You need to start moving forward. And in my personal opinion, I think you don't really need fancy equipment at all. I remember when I had my first street fight, they gave me $50, which it was something very massive. Because with those $50, I was able to really pay my basic needs, which it was my food, my protein, my drinks, and all that. It was not a lot of money, but it was, something to really cover my basics. And from there, I started moving forward. From being a street fighter, I attended my first boxing gym. And from there, everything changed for me. I started, having a lot of, training, learning the basics, jabs, straights, hooks, lever shots. And from there, I started moving forward. I remember when I was, around 18, 19, I had my first sparring session, which is, it was a very interesting topic, because, when I was around 19, 18, my first sparring was against a guy that was heavier than me. And from there, I loved the game. I started loving the game, the boxing game and all that. And it is a very interesting topic, because, if you pay attention in the boxing world or any type of combat sports, there's only few people that have this type of background, from being a street fighter all the way to boxing matches. And for me, it really helps you to build resilience. It is very interesting that, you learn a lot from getting involved in this type of combat sports and all that. Getting involved in boxing really changed my life, because I started meeting a lot of people, starting my network and all that. But, the message of this video one of the main reasons I wanted to record this video is that you don't really need fancy clothes. You don't need fancy places. You don't need fancy equipment. When I was starting up, when I was barely starting, I used my body. I did a lot of home exercises. I started running in my local parks. And from there, I started moving forward. I started moving up. And this is the main purpose, you know, once you build the frame of your body, it is more easy to start, you know, this type of industries of gym and all that. But it really helps you to really build resilience, to really start where you at. It doesn't matter the time, you just need to start. And from there, moving forward.